So, it's really late. I should be in bed. I had a long day. But I wanted to make this video because I kind of had an epiphany. And it's one of those moments where I was like, holy cow, how did I miss that? So, today I got an email from Wayne Reynolds. I sent Wayne Reynolds an email saying, hey, I'd be interested in you doing probably a piece of artwork for NeoExodus. And of course I put a hint up Facebook, and I really thought about it. I'm like, oh really, man, Wayne Reynolds, that'd be great. Oh, his cover would be excellent. It'd be really a great cover. And I'd really love to see him do some of our stuff. And then my wife, who apparently is, one half genius, I guess, comes and hits me with a question that really kind of changes everything in one simple thing. So I'm talking to him like, yeah, baby, Wayne Reynolds did this cover I want to do with him, this character design. It's kind of expensive, It's like, I'm like, woo, it's a little more expensive than I thought, but I could swing it. It's not a big deal, but I could still swing it. And then my wife asked me the question. She was like, well, why do you want him to do the cover of your book? I'm like, oh, he's Wayne Reynolds, and he's well known, and everybody knows him, and he does all the covers for Paizo. And then my wife hits me with the question that makes me realize, I'm the lucky one for being married. She got a crappy deal. I got a great deal. And she goes to me and says, well, why do you want your books to look like Paizo? And then I thought about it for a second. And I'm like, and my wife goes, aren't you always trying to make your books look different so you don't look like Paizo, so you can look different? I mean, do you want to be like another person copying Paizo? Because there's already people doing it already. And there I am, like, dumbfounded, like, wow. And there it is. It's like, don't get me wrong. Wayne Reynolds, excellent art. Excellent, excellent, excellent art. Can't front on it. Can't front on it. It's amazing. But he did the art for, he did the art in 3.5, and that became very popular. And now he does all the work for Pathfinder. And NeoExodus isn't Pathfinder. I mean, the rules said, yeah, it is. But it's not. We're not that setting. We're not that setting. We're different. We're radically different. I mean, down to, we don't do any of the typical fantasy races in it. We went out of our way to make sure we wouldn't do typical fantasy races. That's something that we said from the beginning. Because, A, I don't like those fantasy races. So then I just started thinking about it. It just became like, well, why would I use the same artists they use to get the same look they get? When I don't want to be Paizo. That's not my end goal. I like Paizo. Don't get me wrong. I like Paizo, but I don't want to be Paizo. I want to be LPJ Design. I want to be NeoExodus. That's what I want to be. If I wanted to be a typical elves, dwarves, fantasy, there's tons of guys doing that, and I don't do that. And my art alone should tell you, when you look at our art, we have a distinctive look to our art. It has a distinctive feel. And it isn't typical fantasy. And I think, we've gone out of our way to do that. And to use Wayne Reynolds kind of takes us back to making us look like Pathfinder. Or Paizo, really. I mean, it's really like Paizo. And I just thought about it, and I was like, I don't want to look like Paizo. We don't want to look like Paizo. Paizo is Paizo. We don't want to be Paizo. We want to be us. So, I even sent JP an email saying, hey, who would you like to see Wayne Reynolds do? And, this is before I had this big epiphany with my wife and everything. And I'm just like, it's not that we don't like Wayne Reynolds' work. I'm not saying that at all. It's just that we're building something different. You can't build something different by going to the same people who built the last thing. So, it looks like to me that I'm, as much as I'd like to get a Wayne Reynolds cover, I don't think I'm going to get one because it's not the right thing to do for us as a company. So it's kind of weird to think of it like that, but that's the truth. It isn't in our best interest as a company for us to do a Wayne Reynolds cover. I'm kind of sad about that because, I mean, maybe something else in the future, maybe another project, maybe something else Wayne would be great with, but not this one, not NeoExodus. I mean, look at Widowmaker Scarlet. That's a pretty messed up looking chick. Look at our Folding Circle book. All those guys have distinctively different looks than what you're used to seeing. And, that's what I prided myself on from day one. We have artwork that beats everybody else, point blank. I'm not, I'm not joking around. I'm not even trying to be subtle about it. We go out of our way to make great artwork. It drives JB crazy. He's like, why don't you use this old piece of art? Nope, it's old. Don't want to use it. Looks like crap. He's like, it doesn't matter because it matters to me. That's the difference. It matters to me how our stuff looks. Because I want people to pick up our stuff and go, damn, I've never seen anything like that. And if we do that every time, can't be beat. You've seen, come on, how many different elves can you do? Really? Another book with elves? Another book with dwarves? Aren't you tired of them? I know, God knows I am. So I can only imagine people who've been playing longer than me have been like, oh, God, another dwarf. Who wants to play another dwarf? Come on. I don't know. God, elves. If I see one more elf who's from, I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand it. It doesn't excite me. Look, I built NeoExodus because I wanted cool stuff in it. I pulled stuff from a lot of different genres that I like and put it in NeoExodus. And people seem to like it. People seem to like what we're doing. People seem to like the monsters we've made. People seem to like the races we've made. Some people even like the damn feats we've made. The setting is top notch. Never worried about that. The people who've worked in the setting, looking at it now, it's kind of funny. Let me see. Some of the people who've worked on the NeoExodus setting. Lee Hammock. Well, what's Lee doing now? Oh, I think he's lead designer on that Pathfinder massive multiplayer. So I guess he's doing okay. Oh, Richard Faris. Hey, what's Richard doing? He works for Ubisoft Montreal, and he's got a little game coming out. Maybe you've heard of it, called Assassin's Creed. Yeah, he's doing Liberation. That's his one, but he's worked with the one too. So I guess he's done okay for himself. Owen Casey Stevens. He's written a couple books. Maybe you heard of him. Just a thought. And it's like we've done some pretty badass stuff. And we didn't and the stuff we did was because we didn't follow what was typical. And the typical thing for me to do would be get a Wayne Reynolds cover. So that's why we're not doing it. That's basically it. Okay, it's late. I gotta go to bed. I gotta get some sleep. Does that look like I've been drinking or something? I don't know. But that's it. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble. Sorry, Wayne. Like I said, when your art book comes out, it's going to be right on the shelf. Well, actually, right over there with the other art books. But, I don't think we're getting a cover out of you. Sorry. Talk to you later.